everybody, and welcome to, I don't even know what episode this is. I've run out of numbers. Well, I've forgotten, to be fair. So I've decided I'm not going to have episodes. They're just going to be vlogs. So welcome to my vlog, the first one of 2020. I hope you've all had a really nice Christmas. And I wish you all the best for 2020. Please excuse my hair. I have done it this morning, but I look a bit bedraggled. Anyway, we had a lovely Christmas. As you all know, Christmas Day and Boxing Day Tim was by ourselves, which was nice. And then after that, the onslaught of all the family, which again was nice. We've taken all our Christmas decorations down now, everything's gone, and I have to say I'm really glad because the house is back to being normal. It looks clean, tidy, it just is normal. I've had a bit of a sort out in my craft room, and there's so many projects from last year that I haven't got finished, that before I start anything else I've got to finish all these projects. There's one that I'm doing at the moment, and I showed you this in my Christmas vlogs, the Bewitchmas shawl. This one here, let me show you. I'm almost done with that. I think I've got another 2 lots of pattern repeats, which isn't much. I think it's 16 rows. And then I'm just on for the border, which I think is about 10 rows of knit. I will show it to you, but you can't really see it very well. It's in my, I've still got it in my Christmas sack. This is one that I made many, many years ago when I lived in America. In fact, this was probably one of the very first project bags of any kind that I'd made. And my dear friend Peggy from America and Susie, they taught me how to do this. So it's in that project bag still, I haven't taken it out. And you can't really see it very well, to be fair, because it's on circular needles and it's very hard to hold out. So that, the lighting's not very good. I'm filming in the lounge today. I just fancied a different place and the lighting's not very good, so if you can't see very much I do apologise. So that's just the plain stockinette stitch with the 2 rows of garter, and then if you pull it open you can sort of see, let me move my stitch markers, you can sort of see the pattern down the middle. So that's almost done, but like I say, I can't really show you very much because I can't pull it out. I think it's going to be quite a wide one, to be fair. But I can't pull it out because you can't see much. But I'm hoping to get that finished in the next couple of days. I'm going to work on that maybe later on tonight. It's Sunday here, the 5th of January, so we've done some chores this morning. I've done some ironing and whatnot, and I'll put that in and you can see all the things that we've done. So that's that. So I'm hoping to get that finished. There's lots of other things that I do want to start, but I need to finish things first. First of all, let me just get rid of all this. Put this down here. You'll all know that I started knitting these mittens in between Christmas and New Year, and I did ask your advice on what to do with it because I was doing it on DPNs, and every fresh row that I start, or every new stitch on the next DPN was a purl one. And it laddered terrible, it looked really bad, and I don't think I could have really lived with that. It was getting on my nerves. So I've managed to find a 25cm 2.75 circular needle. I think it's Knit Pros. So that is what I'm going to do next. So when I finish my Bewitchmas scarf, I am going to start that because that really is already one that I've started. So I have to carry on doing that one. So I'm going to do that. I have got a couple of things that I've lined up that I wanted to do again before Christmas but never got round to it. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen this one. This is the Snuggle Down Cowl by Jules from So Sweet Violet. I have got lots of minis that I need to sort out for this. I did watch Cherie from Ollie and Bella. She did hers and it looked absolutely gorgeous. I have got some mohair, but mohair doesn't suit me very well. I can't stand, and I think I've told you this before, I struggle with things around my neck. So I am going to buy some, I think it's called Floof. and apparently it's not half as bad and irritant as mohair is, so I'm going to order a skein of floof and sort out 5 minutes to do my snuggle down cowl. So that's one that I'm going to start after I've finished my current whips. Then I fancied making this. I saw this for the Flora and Honey Pot Instagram page. She'd made one of these and gifted one of these to Lisa from a company called For the Love of Yarn. I had Lisa's advent calendar this year, and she'd gifted one to Lisa for Christmas, so I went in search of the pattern, and I'm going to make myself a couple of them, maybe for Easter or Valentine's, so I quite like them. So that's on my to-do list. And then I saw this again a while back. I've had this pattern some time. It's the Everyday Slouchy Beanie, and Deborah from, what's she from? Meanwhile at the Castle. She'd made a couple of these. I'd looked at these and watched a podcast. So I think I'm going to have a go at making that as well. But this is all after I've finished my current whips. And I'm going to show you my current whips now, in hope that it'll inspire me, that I've shared them with you, and because everybody knows I've got them, it encourages me to finish them. So the first one, I started this, I'm ashamed to say, probably May last year. I don't know if you remember, my husband bought himself a drone, and every time he went droning I took this with me, and I did a little bit. And it's it's called, again, it's from, where did we get it from? Black Sheep in Warrington. Sarah from Black Sheep in Warrington, she made one of these, and it's called the Rainbow Shawl. I'm sure if you've watched my podcasts in the past, you'll remember this. So I only got to doing, let me show you, and it's really, really lovely yarn. I'll just hide behind it, one full triangle, and it's such nice yarn, and the colours are lovely, that if I just need to finish it so I can get it worn. So that's one of my current whips that has got to be done. Tim bought me that for my wedding anniversary in February last year, and in another 6 weeks it's another wedding anniversary, so it's quite ridiculous that it hasn't got done yet, but that is definitely one that's going to get finished. Then you'll also remember this one, I'm sure, because you've all seen these before. This is the Cloud 9 cardigan by Iron Lamb, and again I'm 3/4 the way through this, got all the yarn in the bag for it. Really wanted to make this. I'll have to leave it folded in half because I can't show it to you. And that's how far I've got. So I've done all the round the neck. These are for the sleeves, and I think I've got about another maybe 15 it were of, I think it's trebles all the way around, and the cardigan's finished. So if I put my mind to this, I could have this finished in, I don't know, probably a week really. And I've got all the yarn. I mean, it's just an acrylic yarn. It's made in, let me see what it's made in, the Style Craft Special Aran. So it's just an acrylic yarn. I don't really use a lot of acrylic yarn anymore, but because I've never made myself, I've never really made myself many garments in crochet. So I thought until I'd had a go and tried it out, I didn't really want to spend lots of money on expensive yarn in case I didn't like it, but I do. I absolutely love it. So there's that one. Then there's this one that's called the Cozy Colour Block Shawl, and again I started this last year. Rachel from So Ray Me, she was doing this. I don't know how far she's got on, but she was doing this. I think she's a lot further than me, Rachel, on this one. And this is just a plain garter stitch. Let me show you. And I've actually, the pattern calls for Sheepy's Stonewash DK, which is not DK, Sheepy's Stonewash XL. And that's as far as I've got on that, and that's just plain garter stitch. So really I should keep this handy so I can put this in the car for maybe car knitting when we go anywhere. So yeah, I need to get that finished, because this is the amount of Stonewash XL that I've got. Look at all these balls of wool that I need to use up. I'm desperate to use some of my yarn because it's ridiculous. My husband has said to me that this year my craft room can be revamped. So I'm hoping to de-stash, get things cleared out, have it redecorated, new shelving, maybe a nice cutting station, maybe a nice station for both my machines, and I've got a tiny little embroidery machine that I never use because it's in a box, so I'm hoping I'll be able to get that out as well. So there's, you know, I should have an incentive to get all these finished, because he is going to do my craft room up for me, but I need to get stuff cleared out first. And then last but not least, this is the most recent one that I did that I really want to finish. I'm really excited about finishing this, and it's all my hexagons. So I've got all these hexagons made up. This one, this big one, and then this one, and then two small ones here. And I want to get all them sewn together. I've got a bag full of them here. This is how long it is. They're in my Halloween bag. And I've got loads left in this bag here, tons of the things. So I want to get all them sewn together, because I want to make myself a project bag in them. So yeah, that's them are at the present all my current whips that I really need to get finished. Other than that, there's not really a lot I want to tell you, because it's not that long ago since I saw you really. Back to work. I went back to work last week. Tim went back to work on Thursday. Had quite a relaxing weekend. We went to the Trafford Centre and did a little bit of shopping yesterday and had dinner out. Today we've had a very quiet day. Had a little bit of a lie-in. We baked a cake. I'm going to do a little bit of sewing. I have been really busy in my craft room. And I've made quite a few new project bags. I've got about 4 or 5 now ready to go in my shop, and I'm hoping to get another 3 or 4 done this afternoon. I'm not going to put them all in. I'm going to spend a full day, hopefully on Wednesday next week. I'm going to spend all of Wednesday filling up my shop with stock, so watch this space. Other than that, I don't think I've got anything else to tell you, so I'll sign off for now. Carry on finishing my coffee. You'll have all seen my new coffee machine, so I've got a fancy coffee. Okay, so that's it now. I've finished for today, so I'm going to go relax for the rest of the afternoon, so I'll speak to you all very soon. Bye.